that? I think I'm thinking too hard. That's the thing when you just go to it, let it come out of you, let it just happen. You know, one of the things I realized in this life is that we're all kind of given different gifts in this life, and why we have it, we don't quite know, don't quite understand. And yes, it's true that we can train ourselves to learn anything, to master anything, but the things that come easily to us and resonate with us and just feel good to us are kind of the things that we should be paying attention to and doing more of, because I think that's what we were placed on this earth to do, is to share the things that feel natural to us, because that's when we're, vibing in our natural energy and living to our highest potentials and self. It'd be a shame to not share that with other people. It'd be a shame to yourself because you feel like you're doing yourself a disservice. I think ever since I was a teenager, I've never done anything that didn't feel right to me. I've always leaned towards the things that felt right and what I really wanted to be doing. And as long as I knew it was coming from a good place, I knew that maybe I was doing something right. When I packed my car and my bags to start a new life for myself, I didn't know anything. Leave him alone. And to this day, I guess this is a little quarantine update now. I'm only 27, and when I packed my car and my bags to start a new life for myself 3-4 years ago or whatever, I didn't know anything. I just knew that I wanted to do something. I wanted to do the things that felt right to me, do the things I was curious about, to explore the world and push myself to uncomfortable limits. I felt, in a way, maybe a little stagnant because the life I was so comfortable in wasn't really helping me grow or to be my best self. And the only way to fix that is to push yourself out of it. And that's what I did. And it was a funny trip. I mean, I'm one of those people that worries a bit too much about things and worries too much about herself and is always afraid of not doing a good job. And it's like I'm always trying to make someone proud, like my mom proud or people around me proud by always doing the right thing. But I always knew and felt that the only right thing to do was to follow what felt right to you. That comes with knowing who you are and knowing what feels right to you and respecting that and not really letting others get in the way of that. I feel like that has always been kind of a common sense thing to me. It felt so foreign to accept the idea of doing something that didn't feel right to me. But the older I've gotten and the more people I've met, it was hard for them to accept what they wanted and to live true by that. And here I was just bumming it out and living my life, not really knowing where I meant to go, but as long as I was doing the things that felt right to me and knew that it was coming from a good place, that I knew that was all that I needed. And at the end of the day, life is life, and life is meant to be lived right now, and there's no use hiding or shying away from things or living in fear and not going for things you want or not standing up for yourself and what you want. I think you just always gotta just do you, and the right people will come to you, and you'll attract the people you want in your life. And when you meet people who don't quite align with you, you'll let them go their own way. because they owe nothing to you, you owe nothing to them, and we're all just human beings in this life, just trying to get by and maybe make a difference. And I do not know where I was going with that. I think I needed a little break from this song. But and we're all just human beings in this life, just trying to get by and maybe make a difference. I don't know, it's funny because in this quarantine, like life as we know it has kind of stopped. While that kind of shook up the entire world, it still shakes me up. I feel like as the world got quiet, I was able to really listen to what really matters and what I really want to make time for in my life. I think once you get rid of the noise and the distractions and are just left with you and yourself, you're able to really see what you want to make room for and how you're able to serve in your highest power and be your full self. And I know this may sound like mumbo jumbo, but I strongly believe in just really listening. I feel like so many people are so afraid to listen to themselves, to sit with their thoughts and really feel out their feelings. But the more that you push them away, the more that you're kind of neglecting to honor yourself. So just always listen to yourself, always listen to what you feel and want, and make room for yourself, because being selfish with yourself isn't actually selfish, because it's actually the most selfless thing. This is something that an old friend of mine told me. Because when you're being selfish with your energy and yourself and what you want to be doing, you're actually in your highest power to serve others, because you are honoring yourself and allowing yourself the space to really be there for other people and make room for other people and give them your gifts, share your talents, because you are thriving in your essence. And I think that is the most beautiful thing, that being selfish with yourself is actually the most selfless thing you could do. And don't be afraid of doing that. The only thing I could really say is just make sure it's coming from a good place and you're not harming other people in the way. Just honor yourself and the rest will follow. And that is looking out for love. All right, back to this. That was a long spiel, I'm sorry.